Are you ready for a new adventure? Time to travel back in time, let's go! Are you ready for a new adventure? Let's learn about the past with Anna and Leo.
Hi friends! Welcome to Unlock This, a podcast from Honest History, where we join our friends Anna, Leo, and Percy on adventures through time and uncover some really cool stories along the way. My name is William. I'm 6 years old, and I love learning about history, especially new stories that I don't hear about in school. I can't wait for today's story, and I think you're gonna love it too. So let's dive in.
Leo, look what I can make.
What is it?
It's a paper airplane. Watch this.
Hey, it flies! Can you teach me how to make one?
Yeah, you just take a piece of paper and fold it like this. You might have to do it a few times to get it right, but it's not too hard.
I've always really liked airplanes. My grandpa was a pilot, and he used to show me all these pictures of old planes he flew.
Really? Because I was just learning about pilots from history. There was the Wright brothers. They were the ones who flew the first plane. You've probably heard of Amelia Earhart. She was the first woman to fly around the world all by herself. But my favorite pilot is Bessie Coleman.
Who was that?
She was the first African-American woman and first Native American to get a pilot's license. They used to call her Brave Bessie because she could do all kinds of daring stunts in the air.
Brave Bessie. Sounds like her story would make for a great adventure, if you know what I mean.
I like your thinking, Leo. It sounds like it's time to go to the vault. Let's find Percy and see if he can help us. He's usually around this part of the museum. Do you see him?
No, but I think I hear him.
Leo, look! Percy's up on that shelf.
How did he get up there?
I don't know, but it looks like he can't get down. It's okay, Percy. We're here to help.
I think he came through the vent in the ceiling. He must have fallen out.
Here, I'll take off my sweatshirt so we can hold it out under him. Then he can jump down into it.
Good idea.
Percy, on the count of 3, we need you to jump, and we'll catch you. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
You did it! Maybe we should call you Brave Percy. That was a pretty daring stunt for a mouse.
Yeah, Percy. I think you would have made Bessie Coleman proud. You know who she is, don't you?
It looks like he's nodding.
Oh, great, because that's actually who we want to learn more about today. Do you think you can help us find something in the vault about her?
Come on, let's follow him.
Percy went over to that corner.
I think he wants us to open this box.
Do you see anything inside, Leo?
Yeah, I found this old card. It has some writing on it. It says, White Sox Barber Shop.
Interesting. I wonder why that's important.
And there's this old photo in here, too. It's a photo of a plane. Look!
Hey, I bet that's an important part of Bessie Coleman's story.
Anna, do you feel that?
Yup. I think we're about to travel. Hold on!
Anna, watch out!
Whew! Thanks, Leo. I didn't see that car.
Thankfully, it wasn't going too fast. Let's get out of the street.
It was kind of a funny-looking car, don't you think? Like the ones I've seen in those really old movies. I wonder where we've traveled to.
I see some street signs. This one says 41st Street, but that could be anywhere. Hey, do you think we can find a newspaper somewhere? I remember that helped us before.
Good thinking. There's a shop right here. Maybe they're selling some newspapers. Oh, good. There's a stack of newspapers right here. And check it out. This one is called the Chicago Defender, and it has a date at the top, 1919. Well, that explains the old-looking car.
Wonder why we're in Chicago. Is this where Bessie Coleman grew up?
She actually grew up in Texas. I just read a book all about her life. It said that Bessie was born in 1892, and she was one of 13 children. Her mother, Susan, was of African ancestry, and her father, George, was of African and Native American ancestry. Her parents worked as sharecroppers, which meant that they were farmers, but they didn't own the land they farmed, so they paid their rent in crops rather than money. Every year, when Bessie was a kid, she would help her family pick cotton.
That sounds like hard work.
It was, and growing up in Texas wasn't easy. Bessie's family faced a lot of discrimination because of the color of their skin. And that's because, at that time, there were these laws called Jim Crow laws.
What were those?
They were laws in the southern United States that said that black and white people had to be separated. That meant black and white people had to go to different schools, eat at different restaurants, and even sit in different parts of the bus.
That doesn't seem very fair.
It was also a very scary time for Black Americans. Bessie's family was afraid they would be hurt or attacked because of the color of their skin. So like many Black families, they decided to move north, where there weren't any Jim Crow laws.
They moved north. Is Chicago north?
It is. Bessie and her brothers left Texas and traveled all the way to Chicago, hoping for a better life.
Well then, if Bessie moved to Chicago, then she must be around here somewhere. But how will we find her?
Percy said we should walk this way. Wait, I think I see Bessie. She's over there. Come on.
Where is she going?
She's crossing the street. I think she's going into that store. Let's follow her inside.
Whoa, what is this place?
There's some men getting haircuts over there. And that man is getting his beard trimmed. Leo, I think this is a barber shop.
Ooh, Bessie is over there by the window. And she's putting a bunch of tools on the table. Look, she just set out a pair of scissors and a nail clipper and a nail file.
Wait a second. I remember reading about this. When Bessie moved to Chicago, she worked as a manicurist.
What's a manicurist?
It's someone who gives people manicures. So when people wanted to get their nails done, they went to see Bessie.
Oh, I see.
Bessie went to a school to become a manicurist, and soon she was one of the most popular ones in this part of Chicago.
I have an appointment with Miss Coleman.
It looks like Bessie's next client is here. And it's a man.
At this time, a lot of people who came in to get their nails done were men. Many of them had fought during World War I, so they would often tell Bessie stories about their time on the battlefront while she did their nails.
Miss Coleman, did I ever tell you about the time I saw a dog fight? And I don't mean a fight with dogs. I mean a fight with planes. I haven't told you about it? Well, I was down on the ground in the trenches when I hear the roar of an engine above me. I looked up and I saw a German plane, and behind it, one of our planes went zooming past. You should have seen how those pilots flew in the sky, trying to dodge those bullets.
Bessie's brother had fought in the war too, and he would tell her stories about how he saw French women flying planes. When Bessie heard these stories, it got her thinking, what would it be like to fly a plane? And soon, that's all she could think about. But there was one big problem.
What was that?
Well, in 1919, very few women flew planes. And no other African American woman had ever gotten a pilot's license before. Bessie applied to almost every flight school in the U.S., but she was rejected from every single one.
So what did she do?
Well, she heard she might have better luck in France. So she decided to take French lessons, get a better job, and start saving up for flight school.
And? Did it work? Did she get into a school?
She sure did. Just a year later, she boarded a ship and sailed from New York City to Paris, France. And she was going to attend France's most famous aviation school, where she would spend the next 10 months learning everything she could about flying.
Thank you, Miss Coleman. You've done a mighty fine job. It's always a pleasure coming to the White Sox Barbershop.
Anna, did you hear that? The man just called this place the White Sox Barbershop. That card we found in the vault, it had the words White Sox Barbershop written on it, remember?
You're right, Leo. So that must be the name of the barbershop, the place where Bessie Coleman first dreamed about flying.
Whoa, it feels like we're about to travel again. Hold on.
Hi friends, are you enjoying today's episode? I'd like to take a quick break from the story to tell you about another great place to learn about the past. Honest History creates magazines and books for kids that are filled with fun stories and activities that bring history to life. From pirates to spies to great inventions and so much more, you'll learn about interesting people, places, and events from around the world that made history. Created for kids ages 6 through 12, you can sign up and receive new adventures delivered straight to your doorstep every quarter. Just visit honesthistory.co. That's honesthistory.co to sign up today. Oh, and here's a special offer for our podcast listeners. Use code UNLOCKTHIS for 10% off. Again, that special code is UNLOCKTHIS. Okay, let's get back to the story.
Where do you think we are now?
I don't know, there's not much here, but there sure are a lot of people.
Leo, look, over there. I think I see a plane sitting in the field.
I see it too. Let's get closer.
And I think there's a person. They're getting into the plane. Hurry, Leo.
Anna, I think it's Bessie Coleman.
You're right. Check out her long coat and goggles. She looks like a real pilot.
Whoa, I think Bessie is about to take off. Quick, let's get in.
What? You want to get in the plane? Leo, Bessie is known for performing dangerous stunts, remember?
Yeah, I'm sure it will be fine. I think we can climb up here.
I don't know about this. And Percy isn't too sure either. He said getting stuck on that shelf earlier was enough danger for one day.
But I've always wanted to fly in one of these planes. Plus, we'll get to fly with one of history's most famous pilots.
Okay, I guess we can give it a try. And hopefully Bessie doesn't do anything too dangerous.
Here we go! Whoa, everything looks so small from up here. I can see the crowd of people over there. They look tiny. Look, Anna.
I don't know if I want to. Did I mention that I'm afraid of heights? What's happening?
We're flying even higher.
Oh, great. Now where are we going?
Don't freak out. But I think we're going down.
Down?
Hold on, Anna.
I can't look!
Oh, the field, it's getting closer. We're going to crash. Why isn't Bessie slowing down? Oh, it's okay. We're going back up. You can look now, Anna. We're back on the ground.
That was incredible!
What?
I mean, we were plunging towards the ground, and then at the last second, Bessie turned the plane back into the sky, and then came back to land it perfectly. That was amazing!
Well, that wasn't the reaction I was expecting. So, do you want to go again?
Absolutely not. Percy and I are very happy to be back on the ground.
Then we'd better get out of this plane. It looks like Bessie is getting ready to take off again.
Let's go back to the bleachers where everyone else is watching.
Hey, look, there's a sign. It says Checkerboard Airdrome. That must be what this place is called.
Oh yeah, that's where Bessie performed her first flight back home in Chicago. She did all kinds of daring tricks in front of a crowd of about 2,000 people.
There she goes! Brave Bessie!
You know, her career wasn't just about dangerous stunts. When Bessie got back to the U.S., she gave talks and lessons to other Black men and women, teaching them all about flying. Her dream was to one day start a flight school for Black Americans.
Hey, Anna, I just thought of something.
What is it?
Remember that photo we found in the vault? It was an old picture of a plane. Well, I was thinking, that plane in the photo looks a lot like Bessie's plane.
You're right, Leo. I bet that was a photo of Bessie Coleman's plane.
Hey, look! We're back in the vault. I guess that means we were right about that plane. What an adventure.
You can say that again. My legs still feel a little wobbly from that flight.
Anna, do you know what happened to Bessie Coleman? Did she ever start her flight school?
She never got to open her school, but her dream of more Black Americans learning how to fly absolutely came true.
What do you mean?
Well, Bessie's life was cut short just a few years later in a tragic plane crash. It was terrible news and a huge loss. She once said she felt it was her duty to risk her life to learn how to fly, so she could show other Black men and women that they could fly too. Even though she didn't open a school, Bessie's story inspired others to follow in her footsteps. Just as she had hoped, Black Americans did learn how to fly.
I think I understand why Bessie Coleman is your favorite pilot, Anna. I wonder if my grandpa has ever heard of her. He was a pilot too.
Well, let's go find out. If he hasn't heard of her, then we have quite the story to tell him.
Welcome back. That sure was a great adventure. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna tell all my friends about this amazing story. That's all for now. But if you want to learn more, be sure to check out my favorite magazine for kids, Honest History. There's a ton of stuff to learn in each issue, and I love the fun activities and questions. Bye! This episode was narrated by Nikki and JoAnn Schinderle and written by Heidi Coburn. The production was read by Robot Pirate Media. To learn more about Honest History, visit us at honesthistory.co and follow for updates on social media.